Let me ask you something. When was the last time you bought something that you thought would make your life better? Maybe it was a new phone, a new car, a bigger TV, a nicer apartment, or maybe just something small that promised to make you happier. Now here's a more important question. How long did that feeling actually last? A few days? A few weeks? Maybe a month? Then what happened? You got used to it. And suddenly, the thing that felt exciting became normal. So you started looking for the next upgrade, and the next one, and the next one after that. Sound familiar? Because if it does, you're not alone. Millions of people are trapped in a cycle they don't even realize they're running. Work more, spend more, upgrade more, repeat. And somehow, despite having access to more products, more convenience, and more technology than any generation in history, many people feel more stressed than ever. That's the strange contradiction of modern life. We have more, but many of us feel like less is enough. And that's exactly why today we're talking about one of the most underrated skills in the modern world, the ability to live well with less. Not survive, not struggle, not barely get by. Actually live well. Because what if the real secret to a better life isn't making more money? What if it's needing less of it? Now, before you click away and assume this is another lecture about budgeting or extreme minimalism, stick with me, because that's not what this is. This is about freedom. Real freedom, the kind that doesn't depend on your paycheck, the kind that doesn't disappear when the economy gets shaky, the kind that lets you sleep at night. Imagine two people. The first person makes $50,000 a year. The second person makes $200,000 a year. Most people immediately assume the second person has the better life. But here's where things get interesting. The first person drives a reliable used car, lives in a modest home, has savings, very little debt, and doesn't spend much time trying to impress anyone. The second person? Luxury SUV, huge mortgage, credit card balances, designer clothes, expensive vacations, and despite earning 4 times more money, they're stressed out every single month. Who sounds wealthier? Because wealth isn't just about income. It's about freedom. It's about options. It's about how much control you have over your own life. And that's where most people get it wrong. They think buying something ends the transaction. It doesn't. Every purchase comes with hidden costs. A bigger house means higher taxes, more maintenance, more repairs, more insurance. A luxury car means bigger payments, higher insurance, more depreciation, more pressure. People think they're buying stuff, but often they're buying future obligations. And over time, those obligations start stacking up until one day they realize they're working harder than ever just to maintain a lifestyle they don't even enjoy that much. Think about that. How many things do you own right now that actually make your life meaningfully better? Not temporarily exciting, not mildly entertaining. Actually better. Because here's something fascinating. Researchers have found that after basic needs are met, happiness doesn't increase nearly as much as people expect from material purchases. The excitement fades. The novelty disappears. The new normal takes over. Psychologists call this hedonic adaptation. But in plain English, it means humans get used to things incredibly fast. That dream car becomes your regular car. That dream house becomes your regular house. That dream phone becomes your regular phone. And then your brain starts looking for the next thing, the next upgrade, the next purchase, the next hit of excitement. It's like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in the bottom. No matter how much you pour in, it never feels full for long. Now let's travel back for a moment. Talk to your grandparents, or even your parents. Many grew up with far fewer possessions than people have today. Fewer gadgets, fewer subscriptions, fewer conveniences. Yet many remember those years fondly. Why? Because happiness wasn't built around consumption. It was built around people. Family dinners, neighborhood friendships, community events, shared experiences, the things that actually create lasting memories. Somewhere along the way, society started confusing comfort with fulfillment. They're not the same thing. Comfort is nice. Fulfillment is deeper. Comfort comes from things. Fulfillment comes from meaning. And that's an important distinction, because a comfortable life without meaning still feels empty. But a meaningful life with simplicity can feel incredibly rich. Here's the crazy part. Living with less isn't about deprivation. It's about intentionality. It's about deciding what deserves space in your life, your money, your home, your schedule, your mind, instead of letting advertisements make those decisions for you. Because every day, thousands of companies are competing for one thing, your attention. They want you to believe you're incomplete without their product, that your life needs an upgrade, that happiness is one purchase away. But what if they're wrong? What if you're already closer to contentment than you think? What if the constant pursuit of more is actually the thing keeping you from it? Think about the people you admire most. Are they admirable because of what they own, or because of who they are, their character, their confidence, their wisdom, their kindness, their resilience? None of those things can be purchased, and yet they're often more valuable than anything money can buy. The truth is that simplicity creates something extremely powerful. Margin. Margin in your finances, margin in your schedule, margin in your stress levels, margin in your life. And margin creates freedom. Freedom to leave a job you hate, freedom to handle unexpected problems, freedom to take opportunities, freedom to spend more time with the people you care about. That's why some of the happiest people you'll ever meet aren't the ones who have the most. They're the ones who need the least. Because the less your happiness depends on external things, the harder it becomes for life to take it away. And maybe that's the biggest lesson of all. The goal isn't to own less. The goal is to be owned by less, to stop chasing every upgrade, to stop comparing yourself to strangers, to stop measuring success by appearances. Because real wealth isn't about showing people what you have, it's about knowing you don't need to. And in a world constantly telling you to want more, learning to be content with enough might just be the most powerful financial skill you'll ever develop. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more insights on money and investing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.